What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic 615. I am back to try my first rebuild. I'm doing my favorite team, the Vikings. Gonna rebuild them post uh, current free agency. They haven't done a lot in free agency. I don't expect them to do a whole lot more in free agency. They don't have a whole lot of cap room. So they signed Kyler Murray, they signed James Pierre, they re-signed a bunch of guys. So I've replicated the current roster as it is today. We're going to start from the draft that comes up here in a little over a month, and I'm going to try to win my Vikings a Super Bowl. Now, many of you know I am a huge J.J. McCarthy fan. Um, we just signed Kyler Murray. I understand there's going to be a camp battle. Kyler Murray is going to likely start for this next season. JJ McCarthy will basically sit on the bench. What we do beyond that, we'll have to see. But we'll rock with it. I do think that it's a mistake personally drafting Kyler Murray, but I can get into that another time. Or someone wants to have a conversation, hit me up on X or on Discord at Kinetic615. But we're gonna rock with Kyler Murray at quarterback one for the first season, 2026. Running back, we re-signed Aaron Jones. Like in real life, we still got Ty Chandler, Xavier Scott, Jordan Mason on the roster. Although I don't know that Xavier Scott's going to make the roster, the 53 man at least. CJ Ham retired. Now he didn't retire in the game, but I did cut him. We can't have him because in real life, he'll probably go sign somewhere else with another team for 1 year in game. But that is what it is. Harrison Smith did retire. Ryan Kelly did retire as in real life, so we're gonna have to replace them as well. Wide receiver room, unfortunately, rest in peace, Rondale Moore. With his passing, we did lose Jalen Naylor to free agency, so currently we've got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Ty Felton, and Miles Price. Then we got T.J. Hawkinson, who we re-signed, Josh Oliver, Gavin Bartholomew, Ben Sims, who we tendered, and Ben Urosic. Left tackle, we've got Christian Darrisaw. We did not retain Justin School. Left guard, Donovan Jackson, Joe Huber. Michael Juergens at center. Now, if we do not end up drafting a center, we will be moving Blake Brandel to center for this next season, which I believe is what they'll do in real life if they don't end up drafting a center in the draft. And then we got Brian O'Neill, who we extended. Walter Rouse. I did restructure Justin Jefferson's contract, Byron Murphy's contract, Christian Darrisaw's contract, as they did in real life. I did trade Jonathan Grenard, so that's the one thing that I did here that they have not done. Everything I've seen is that they are exploring trades for Jonathan Grenard. So I went ahead and did a trade that I've seen thrown about by Thor Nystrom over on Purple Daily with the New England Patriots, where we got a day 2 and day 3 pick for Jonathan Grenard. It's a day 2 pick this year, a day 3 pick, or no, it was a day 3 pick this year, a day 2 pick next season. In the 2027 draft. So I went ahead with that. I think it was like a third and fourth round pick or something like that. But we're gonna start Dallas Turner at left edge. We still got Andrew Van Ginkel at right edge. If we don't end up drafting an edge somewhere in this draft, then we will rock with Bo Richter and Chaz Chambliss. At D tackle, we let Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave walk. We did extend Jalen Redmond. We're keeping Levi Drake Rodriguez, Tyrone Ingram Dawkins, and then from the practice squad, we still got Tyler Batty and Elijah Williams. Linebackers, in real life, they did extend a low tender offer to Ivan Pace, and I believe he signed it. So we've got him for at least one more year. I did re-sign Eric Wilson as close as I could to the real life contract that he signed. We got Blake Cashman for one more season. In the cornerback room, we got Byron Murphy, Isaiah Rogers, James Pierre, Fabian Moreau, and Dwight McGlothern. Free safety, again, Harrison Smith did retire, so right now we've got Tavier Thomas, who they did re-sign, and Theo Jackson, and then we got my guy Josh Metellus and Jay Ward. Kicker, Will Reichard. We need to find us a punter. And unfortunately, the one thing I was not able to replicate is Andrew DePaula retired. and so we're gonna have to get a long snapper somewhere, either in the draft or in preseason free agency somewhere. But we got the picks, and yeah, so we're gonna jump into the draft and start there. Now this is, listen, I'm not Brandon TS, I'm not Jerome PKR, I'm not C4. Go follow all of them on YouTube. They do amazing rebuilds. I'm a fan of theirs. What they do looks like fun, so I'm just doing it for fun. I'm going to stream this in as many episodes as it takes me to do it, where they can do it in one day. I'm going to do it. It's probably going to take me a week or more. But I am going to do that, and then I'm going to try to learn how to edit videos, and I'll see if I can put it together into a video and put it up. But I'm under no illusions. I am not an expert rebuilder. If you haven't checked out those guys, if you like rebuilds, go check them out on YouTube. They are 100% the inspiration for me to try something that they do on a almost every other day basis, and it looks very fun to me. So. But you can see we've got 47 out of 75 players. We need to have at least 53 for next season, so we'll see what happens. Let's jump into the rookie draft. Now, I am using slightly modified versions of SGR's rosters, sports gaming rosters. Check him out. He does amazing draft classes. He's got, I think, 3 seasons worth of draft classes up. I took his. I made slight tweaks for players that I thought are going to rise or fall between now and the draft. So it's just my own modified version of it, but he did put in all the groundwork, so I want to make sure to give him credit there. All right, let's jump into the 2026 NFL Draft. All right. Now I did replicate the Vikings season record. I didn't try to go in and put in every win-loss record for every team, so the draft order is not going to be the exact same as real life. It just is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Um, I'm not going to put in all that time and effort for a bunch of teams that I'm not going to be playing with. I did, however, put in the Vikings' actual season record. We ended up with the 19th pick. In real life, they've got the number 18 pick. That's all right. So we'll go ahead and just rock with that. All right, let's advance to the next user pick. All right, so let's look at this draft. I'm interested. So David Bailey went number 1 to the Browns, Arvo Reese to the Titans, Fernando Mendoza to the Jets, Ty Simpson, number 4 to the Cardinals, Ruben Bain to the Saints, the Raiders go with Peter Woods, Jeremiah Love goes to the Texans, Caleb Banks to the Commanders, Carnell Tate to the Lions, Caleb Downs to the Cowboys, Francis Mauigoa to the Giants, Jermod McCoy to the Dolphins, Mansour Delane to the 49ers, Avion Terrell to the Bears. They took like all 5 first-round corners before our pick. Like, I definitely wanted to go corner. They took literally all 5 cornerbacks in a row before us. Ain't that some... All right. Then Kristen Miller and Spencer Fano. All right, well, let's... see if there's someone we want or if we're going to trade back. Sonny Styles is here. I just don't think linebacker's that big of a need for us to take a linebacker in round 1 when we've got so many holes. Man, I'm thinking maybe we trade back. Because, like, I like Dylan Thieneman here. But maybe we could trade back, and if somehow he gets picked, then we still got Connor Lew, we still got Kenyon Sadiq, we still got let's see, is Emmanuel McNeil Warren on here? Yeah, so he dropped down to 64. Halsey's here. I'm going to see if we can move back. I don't want to move back farther than... I don't want to move back farther than like 24. So let's see. So we got 5 teams. The Browns, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Rams, the Bucks. Let's see if they're offering anything. Okay, so the Bills are offering 22 and then 2 seventh rounders. The Bucks are offering 24 and a third round pick at 88 and a seventh round pick. We might take that. Let's see. Might be looking at the Bucks offer. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucks offer here and trade back to 24. All right, Thieneman did not get picked, so I think we're going to go with Dylan Thieneman here and get our replacement for Hitman Smith. Physical player, delivers bone-crushing hits, savvy defender, ball in the air, has a motor that runs through the whistle, often looks to rip the ball from runners, shows good discipline and won't get flagged much. Let's see. Great acceleration, elite change of direction, great speed, elite strength, 4.4 40. Looks good. Yeah, we're gonna take Dylan Thieneman here. There's our Hitman Smith replacement. A plus, number 17 in true value, drafted him at 24. Instinctive zone defender, willing tackler that rarely misses, not a burner but decent speed. So 91 speed, 92 excel, that's pretty good. 90 change of direction, okay. Hidden dev, can't argue with that. All right. Let's see who else gets picked in the first round. So Patriots go Sonny Styles. Chargers go Connor Lew. Seattle goes Caden Proctor. Eagles go Brian Parker. Wow, okay. Rams go McDonald. Ravens go Malik Muhammad. Steelers go with Jake Galladay. And the Cowboys go with... Is it going to show us? CJ Allen to round out the first round. All right, let's advance to our next pick. All right, so in round 2, Chase Basantis, Makai Lemon to the Titans. Jordan Tyson fell to round 2 to the Jets. Wow. So they got Mendoza and Tyson. Anthony Hill Jr. to the Cardinals. The Saints go with Concepcion. Raiders go with Keldrick Falk. Texans Akeem Mesidor and TJ Parker back-to-back picks. So I guess they're just going to tell Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter to get out of there. Keith Abney goes to the Lions. Jonah Coleman to the Jets. Denzel Boston to the Giants. Chris Brazzell to the Dolphins. Isaiah World 49ers. AJ Halsey to the Bears. Chris Bell to the Colts. Jacob Rodriguez to the Broncos. Taurine York to the Panthers. Antonio Williams to the Bengals. And now it's our pick. All right. Kenyon Sadiq is right there. Jadarian Price. I think it's got to be one of those guys for us, doesn't it? We could go Eli Stowers, Chris Johnson. We still need a good corner. Zachariah Branch is right there. Charles Demings. That dude is a freaking alien, man. Keontae Scott, but he's not really the type of corner we need. Yeah, Dom Orange is down there. I think we have to go either Jadarian Price or Kenyon Sadiq. Kenyon Sadiq 4.540. Jadarian Price 4.3840. I think I'm going to go with Jadarian Price here. Well, hold on. I would like to get Mike Washington. Damon Claiborne's here. Shout out my guy Rap. That's his guy. Emmett Johnson's right there. For tight end, I mean, there's some good tight ends later in this as well. Tanner Koziel's a guy I like. I'm going to go with Jadarian Price, and this is mostly because in a online league that I'm in, I just got Kenyon Sadiq. So this is kind of just like a change it up thing for me. I'm going to go with Jadarian Price. F injury, F spec catch, F juke move, F short route, but everything else is good. Jadarian Price, you are a Viking. Number 48 in true value, we got him at 51. Possesses devastating spin move, receiver hands, drops his pads, and plows through early arm tacklers. Hidden dev, okay. 94 excel, 92 speed, that's not bad. 21 years old, we can work with that. Okay. I'm happy with that pick. Let's see who else goes. So we got the Jaguars go with Jared Washington. Chiefs go with Jacoby Lane. Bills get Omar Cooper Jr. Rams go with Cassius Howell. Fell all the way to the second round. Bucks go with Josiah Trotter. Patriots go Keontae Scott. Caleb Tiernan to the Chargers. Emmett Johnson goes to Seattle. Philadelphia gets Zion Young. Falcons go with Tim Keenan. Ravens get Damon Claiborne. Emmanuel Pregnon goes to the Steelers. And let's see, Green Bay Packers got the final pick in the round. Who'd they go with? Lee Hunter. All right. Let's skip to our next pick. All right, so Jake Slaughter. And yes, I had to change the spelling of his name because EA is stupid. So we miss out on a center here. That sucks. EMW goes to the Titans. R. Mason Thomas to the Eagles. Emil Wagner to the Cardinals. Red Murdoch to the Saints. Owen Heineke to the Raiders. Kenyon Sadiq to the Dolphins. Max Clare to the Commanders. LT Overton to the Lions. Jalen Kilgore to the Cowboys. Eli Stowers to the Texans. Garrett Nussmeier to the Dolphins. Justin Jolie, 49ers. Joshua Josephs to the Bears. Kamari Ramsey, Colts. Cage Casey to the Broncos. Chris Johnson to the Panthers. And Derek Moore to the Bengals. All right, let's see. So we could go Zachariah Branch. We need another wide receiver. Again, Charles Demings is a freaking alien, man. Harold Perkins, I don't think we need a linebacker that badly. Chandler Rivers. We could go Dom Orange for a nose tackle. Bryce Lance. Still need a corner. Devin Moore's there. Jayshon Barham, that could be our Jonathan Grenard replacement and the eventual replacement for Van Ginkel. And I am a Michigan guy, so it's going to be hard for me not to get Barham here. Let's see. Katron Allen, we've already got a running back. We don't need a running back. Will Lee. Parker Brailsford, if we still want to get a center. I got to go with my guy, Jay Barham. Yeah, look at that. Elite down the board until you get to strength, and that's crazy because he's strong. But I guess, you got to give him weaknesses somewhere. All right, let's go Jay Barham. Give me a Michigan guy. There's at least one other Michigan guy in this draft I'm planning on trying to get. High football IQ, stands out on film, must become stronger in the NFL, struggles to get off blocks in the run game. Hidden Dev, 89 Excel, 86 Speed, I like that. Okay, good change of direction. Okay, I'm good with that. My guy, Jay Barham. Alright, we got another pick in this round, so let's advance. Alright, so Logan Fano, Zakee Wheatley, Austin Barber, and Harold Perkins all go. Okay, let's see. So, not favorites. Let me go positions. Alright, so let's look at wide receiver. We need to get a wide receiver, but I don't think we go. I don't think we go yet. Who's still around at center? We got Parker Brailsford, Pat Coogan. Is there anyone we can move inside? Trey Zune, we can move inside maybe. Ianachor. I don't know if he's someone that can move inside. D tackle. Oh, Dom Orange is still there. I think we got to go Dom Orange. Big Citrus. I think we got to go Big Citrus. Let me keep looking though. I don't think we need a linebacker yet. We still need a corner. I don't know what I'm going to do for corner. I mean, we can try to aim for Prysock maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dom Orange here. I got to take Big Citrus. I mean, his notes look really good. Solid acceleration, great agility and change of direction, good speed, good strength. Ran a sub 540. Wait, a sub 540 at 324 pounds? Okay. Yeah, I'll take him. Dom Orange, Big Citrus, you are a Viking. Slot him in with Jalen Redmond and Levi Drake Rodriguez and Tyrone Ingram Dawkins. B plus, ranked number 78 in true value. We got, or 76. We got him at 88. State record for bench press reps in high school. Hand fighting prowess allows him to shed blocks easily. Plays with good football IQ and recognition. Hidden Dev, okay. Acceleration and speed aren't great, but he's the nose tackle. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, I just skipped our own pick. I didn't realize we had another pick here. Wow. Well, we got Chandler Rivers. Okay, then. Charles Demings. Look, I'm already making mistakes. Romello Height. Billy Schrouth goes to the Dolphins. Katron Allen to the Falcons. Zachariah Branch to the Ravens. Man, Zachariah Branch and Zay Flowers, that's a duo. Colin Wright to the Steelers. I didn't see who the Packers picked. Caden Curry out of Ohio State. Alright, let's skip to the next user pick. Alright, so Elijah Surratt, Xavier Harris, Bryce Betcher, Jack Endries, Dalen Everett, Carson Beck, Zane Durant, Fernando Carmona, Parker Brailsford, Jeremy Bernard, Jerry Wilson, Gabe Jacas, Dennis Sutton, Armaj Reed Adams, Nicholas Singleton, Isaiah Nwokobia, Daryl Jackson, and Davison Igbinosun. Alright, I wonder if I can still get my guy Tanner Koziel. I can. Let's see. We've got another pick coming up. Who else do we need? We still need a center. Maybe we could go Pat Coogan or Logan Jones. Logan Jones, you know what? Maybe we go Logan Jones. I'm thinking we go Logan Jones here. And then hope we can get Tanner Koziel with our next pick. I would have liked to get Prysock too. Let's go Logan Jones here. Oh, they gave us a D rank. Apparently we reached on Logan Jones. Not good. Alright, well maybe the Tanner Koziel pick will be better. I'm sending the card in really fast. Tanner Koziel. You are a Viking. Alright, we got a C on that one. He's got hidden dev. Okay. I'm good with that. Alright, I'm not going to do the single picks at a time. I'm just going to skip to the next user pick. Oh, we don't have another pick till round 7? Whoa, why do we have so many 7-round picks? Somebody messed up the picks in the game. What? Alright, well. I'm going to get my guy Max Bredesen. Before it's too late, we need a CJ Ham replacement. Alright, let's see. Anyone still... Oh, we need a new punter. Let's go with my guy Tommy Doman, former Wolverine. Alright, we're up again. Man, there is slim pickings here. Couple... Oh, you know what? Moten. We have him scouted as a day 2 to 3, or round 2 to 3. Let's go with him. I don't know anything about Chandler Rivers, so I don't know if that was a good pick, but hopefully we just hedged our bets a little bit since we had him scouted. We never got a receiver either. Oh, wow. Number 68 in true value? Wow. Okay. Are there any good receivers left? Probably not. Caleb Douglas is interesting. We could get Eli Heidenreich. Shout out to Brev. Brennan Thompson's here. Oh, man. What is Heidenreich? Oh, man. I don't know. Is he good? A 4.440? Oh, no. 4.3840. Okay. My guy Brev on YouTube, Social Network, Vikes Daily, check him out. He is a big fan of Heidenreich as an offensive weapon. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go Eli Heidenreich at wide receiver. All right, let's look at, and I haven't upgraded any players from last season, so we'll do that in preseason. Let's look at our draft recap. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and send it to Rap's Discord. Check out my guy Rap over on Vocal Vike. Great dude, great YouTube channel. But give me just a second. I want to send that over there. All right. Well, we will go with that and see. See, I don't know anything about Chandler Rivers. I mean, he doesn't look too bad. No dev trait though, but it is what it is. All right. All right. Let's advance. Wait, let's see. Do we need to? What do we need to adjust on our roster? Probably need to move Brandell over to center. Oh, I mean, my guy Xavier Scott's probably not making the 53, but we'll see. Got Bredesen at fullback. We're still gonna need another to pick up another wide receiver, a UDFA. Urosic and Bartholomew are probably not making the roster, and hell, Ben Sims might not even make the roster. We need a backup left tackle. Do we just rock with Logan or Logan Jones? Excuse me. I don't know. I think we move Brandell over. Yeah, let's move Brandell over. So we're gonna need a backup guard now. All right, let's move Barham over to the right side because he's eventually going to replace Andrew Van Ginkel, who's getting older, as somebody who can play both off-ball and edge rusher. I like that pick right there. We're going to move Richter over to the left side. All right, defensive tackle. I doubt Batty and Williams are going to make the 53, but maybe they'll go to the practice squad. We still need some backup linebackers. Probably not going to keep Fabian Moreau. And Nudie McLovin might go to the practice squad again. Yeah, we'll keep Moreau on the roster at least through training camp, I guess. Dieneman is gonna go to. He's gonna go to free safety. Yeah, that's probably the way we're gonna go into the preseason. Got Tommy Doman. We still need a long snapper. All right, let's advance the week. All right, let's see what UDFA's we can bring in. Geno Smith as a mentor. You know what? I don't know. I got to do this realistically. Sam Howell, Russell Wilson's there. This is supposed to be a realistic rebuild. Nick Chubb, I think he just... actually, never mind. I don't know where he went. Kamara's available. Chris Rodriguez Jr. He was good last year. Adam Randall didn't get drafted. Chip Trainum didn't get drafted. Do we bring in Randall? I mean, no, I don't think we're... Because we've already got 5 running backs on the roster. Wide receiver. We need a right wide receiver. And I love my guy Rondale Moore, but I can't do that in a realistic rebuild because, rest in peace, Rondale. Do we bring in Jahan Dotson? Bo Melton, maybe? Deontay Johnson? Let's see. I really wanted to do this realistically. I think it has to be like a UDFA. So let's see. Brennan Thompson. We could bring him in. If nothing else, he could be a kick returner. Maybe we sign one more and let it shake out. Chase Roberts. My guy Donovan McCulley probably wouldn't make the team. Malik Benson might. Yeah, let's bring in Malik Benson from Oregon. We don't need a tight end. We do need a left tackle backup. I mean, do we bring School back? Probably not. Probably bring in DJ Humphries maybe. We need a scheme fit, so maybe we bring in Cam Fleming for 1 year as a backup. Who's on the other side, right tackle? Terrence Steele. I could maybe. You know what? I didn't think about something. I never set our scheme. So let's go. Do we want to go? I mean, West Coast zone run's fine. And 3-4 storm. Yeah, I can work with that. I want to do it realistically, so. That's why I didn't sign Stefanski and Glenn as my coordinators, trying to do it at least semi-realistic. Larry Borum. No good UDFAs. Maybe Travis Burke. Oh, you know what? Demetrius Crownover. He would be a decent UDFA. Yeah, let's get Crownover. I'll move Rouse over to left tackle, and we'll get Crownover as a UDFA. And then I need a guard UDFA as well. Donovan Jennings, Luke Kandra, Jarrett Kingston, my guy Josh Preeb. We need a scheme fit. I think the best scheme fit's going to be Hansen, CJ Hansen. I guess I should have looked at all. Could bring in Daniel Brunskill. Alex Pelzewski. Or Ben Barch. Maybe that's a better option. Ben Barch. I like Pelzuski. Let's bring in Pelzuski. We'll move him or Huber over to the right side. I'll just cut the other guy that I just signed. All right. I don't think we need edge rushers, although Aziz Ojolari. Oh, I kind of want to bring him in over Richter. Who's available on the right side? Oh, my guy David Ajabo. You know what? I'm bringing in Ajabo. Sorry, Michigan homer in me. Let's bring in my guy David Ojabo. No Sam linebackers. All right, we need backup linebackers across the board. So let's get Salaguna Lobi as another guy I like. Let's see. Christian Roseboom, that's one that I like. And Jack Gibbons, maybe? Yeah, let's get Jack Gibbons to go over on the Sam side. Any good corner? Oh, you know what? Ricardo Hallman's not bad. Corey Black's here. DeAndre Prince. Let's bring in Hallman as a UDFA. And let's see. Could bring in Justin Simmons or Isaiah Simmons. Quandre Diggs for 1 year. I'm thinking we bring in Quandre Diggs for 1 year. And that'll let Metellus play in the box a little bit in sub packages. And I think we bring in Justin Simmons for 1 year as well to mentor Thieneman. I know we still need a long snapper, and there's none available. Well, what do we do? What do we do when there's no long snappers available? I I don't know what to do. We're gonna have a really bad long snapper because we're gonna have to move somebody over there. Who's the best long snapper on the team? TJ Hawkinson? You want to be a long snapper, brother? Josh Oliver become a long snapper? Gavin Bartholomew. Oh, or Jurgens. You know what? Jurgens is going to get cut. So my guy Jurgens is going to be our new long snapper because DePaula retired. There were none in the draft, and there were none in free agency. He's not going to make the team otherwise, so. All right, so I think we have our preseason roster. Let's go in and set the depth chart. All right, I think that looks right. Brosmer's probably going to the practice squad. You know, I'm sorry, we didn't draft Jadarian Price to sit on the bench. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, our wide receiver room is really thin. We drafted Heidenreich though, so he's going to be up here. Miles Price, man, I like you, but I don't know, dude. You're 5'9". We already got Brennan Thompson 5'9". I'm sorry, bro. But Heidenreich's going to be number 4. God, that's bad. Maybe Price over Benson. But, I mean, Benson, I don't know. Let me look at kick returners. Okay, Price is not going to be a kick returner. Benson, I think, is going to be a kick returner. Yeah, I think that. Wait. Isaiah Rodgers now can be a kick returner. Alright, so Thompson, Rodgers, Benson, Price, and Heidenreich. I feel like Felton would be a kick returner too. Alright, so Thompson, Rodgers. Benson, Price, Felton. I think that's how we got to do it. I think Thompson and Benson are going to end up being better for us. Tanner Koziel. Yeah, I mean, I can't move you over Hawkinson now, but I will put you tight end 2 as the eventual replacement. Oh, you know what? I got to change some positions. Let's see. You know what? Let's cut Huber. Well, we'll level him up and then we'll cut him. So we'll keep Palzewski and Hansen. And we got to move Rouse over to left tackle. Let's hope our offensive line doesn't get injured. Alright, Turner and Richter, but we're going to move Ajabo over there to back up Turner. Guess we can go ahead and cut Batty and Williams. Now we got to move Gibbons over to Sam linebacker. I'm gonna give him a 50 number. I don't like 40. I don't like 40 numbers on my linebackers. I don't know why. It's just a thing. We got too many corners here. I think Morrow and McLeathern are just. We just got to let you go, guys. McLeathern might make it to the practice squad. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. No, 24 years old. Well, but he's got four skill points here, so maybe we'll leave him on the roster through preseason and see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna end up losing probably Thomas and Jackson because yeah, I'm gonna end up having to cut both of them. Just go ahead and do it. Let's give them their skill points real quick. I'm gonna cut Thomas and Jackson. Sucks because at one point I thought Theo Jackson was gonna be something, but I just don't see it now. 27 years old, I just don't see it. All right. So we got our depth chart set. All right, guys, I'm going to call it there. I've got to go handle some stuff. So make sure to keep an eye out for the next episode, episode 2, where we'll go through the training camp, preseason, and see how far we can get into season 1. I'm going to mostly be simming. If I do jump into any games, it'll be in coach mode, not in on the sticks. So I'm not just going to force myself to win anything. But I don't know how often I'll actually jump in and play the games as a coach, calling plays or not. We'll have to see. But all right, guys. Until next time, as always, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue. Follow me everywhere at Kinetic615. Peace.